He's a three-weight world champion who is desperate to be a household name. And this platform...
And still, WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson.
A Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez full fight is the clash boxing fans have been waiting for. A collision of speed, power, and unstoppable ambition. Two undefeated warriors, one ring, and every punch carrying the weight of legacy, pride, and survival. This is brutal, unforgiving, and career-defining chaos that leaves no room for mistakes.
I felt like you knew how little Lomachenko was, and you kind of capitalized off of that.
Heck no, that man was a lot to deal with.
Teofimo Lopez has always believed in disruption. That's both his gift and his curse. From the moment he arrived in the lightweight division, he didn't wait for his turn. He crashed the line. He knocked down doors and took belts from fighters who had already cemented their legacies. That's who he is. Aggressive, explosive, and unwilling to let the sport define him on its own terms. Shakur Stevenson came up the opposite way. Quiet, calculated, and clinical.
Is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations, whether or not these guys will make for diamond.
Olympic silver, then world titles across multiple divisions. Every step measured, every opponent studied. Where Teofimo thrived on chaos, Shakur thrived on control. Two paths running in parallel for years. Two very different philosophies. And inevitably, those paths were going to cross. This fight didn't happen because of hype. It didn't happen because promoters wanted a spectacle. It happened because the division demanded it. Because the history of these two fighters left no other option. He's full of confidence.
He's full of confidence. He's got a job to do tonight. It is a short notice change, a different opponent, but he's the sort of guy that will adapt beautifully.
Yeah, but he needs to put on a clinical, hard.
That's why this fight carried weight. There was nothing gimmicky about it. No comeback storyline. No weight manipulation. No excuses. Both men at 135 pounds in their primes, undefeated in paths that led here. Someone leaves validated. Someone leaves questioned. And everyone in that arena felt it. This is not a fight you can lose quietly. One misread, one bad round, and your resume is under review. The stakes aren't hypothetical. They're etched into every second the bell rings.
I don't know if he wants it or not, but it's tough to have the conditioning. See, a guy can take your conditioning if he make you fight fast like this.
A lot of people ain't give us the opportunity to show how great we is. A lot of the fighters, I want to say, either they ducked or found the business way not to get in front of me. And I feel like with him, he kind of gave me the opportunity of a lifetime now.
Now, the contrast when they enter the ring is immediate. Shakur doesn't rush. His face doesn't betray a single emotion. He looks like a man who believes the fight will unfold at the speed he allows. Every half step, every subtle pivot, every slight lift of the gloves is intentional. He is not reacting. He is anticipating. Teofimo is the opposite. He wants a reaction. He wants energy. He feeds on motion. Crowd noise, the chaos of contact. That energy isn't fake. It's the essence of how he fights. He believes that if he forces disruption early, he can break patterns before they even form. That's the gamble because Shakur builds patterns. He lives in them, studies them, and dismantles them piece by piece. The ring is already a chessboard, and we haven't heard a bell yet.
The signature performance with an upset win to claim this title. His second-time lineal champion, Teofimo Lopez.
This is what he does well, Pat. He takes little small steps back. He's even doing it with Shakur. No, Shakur wants to attack. He's taking little steps back. That just makes you reset it.
Round one begins, and it tells the first truths. Timeout comes out fast, but it's controlled urgency, not reckless aggression. Sharp entries, Feints that snap like lightning, sudden bursts that make the crowd erupt, but the reactions favor the movement, not the damage. Shakur isn't dominating the arena. He's dominating inches. Every step back is measured. Every pivot denies a line of attack. His punches aren't explosive, but they land cleanly.
He put Chamberlain down, and that's how he got this opportunity. As the southpaw jab and the puzzle, as the guys were saying, to solve for Padley, but he'll give it a real go.
By the end of the round, Teofimo has spent more energy than he expected, while Shakur has spent only what he intended. That's the subtle physics of boxing at this level. Every missed shot costs oxygen. Every reset chips stamina. Teofimo's speed carries attacks invisible until the middle rounds. Shakur's subtraction-style defense adds up silently but decisively. The cumulative effect is already evident. Judges may not notice it yet, but fighters always do, and the mental wears worse than any single punch because it comes without warning.
It's an unbelievable story, isn't it?
Life-changing.
And as you said, Darren, only boxing can bring these stories up. I don't know any other sport that can do it.
And do you know what as well? His Excellency will have seen this with Josh Padley and with Martin Bacoli. And if they both lose tonight, they'll be back.
I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
By round 2, the subtle shift begins. Timo is still dangerous, still pressing, still dangerous at lightweight with 12 knockouts behind him. But openings that existed in round 1 are quietly disappearing. Shakur begins landing shots that feel small but sting psychologically. A jab snaps Teofimo's rhythm before he can set his feet. A pivot steals an angle just as a right hand loads. A counter lands and Shakur is already gone. The pressure is still present, but its clarity is fading. You can hear it in the corners. Teofimo's team becomes louder, urgent, almost pleading. Shakur's corner stays calm because nothing unexpected is occurring. The crowd senses it too. The noise shifts from excitement to tension. Movement alone no longer excites. Consequences dominate. Slowly, the fight begins to belong to Shakur.
So you've got, minutes to get the job done.
Bouncing on his feet, full of fire still, Padley.
Round 3 tightens the grip. Teo's speed is still there, but slightly slowed. Casual viewers might not notice it immediately, but it's enough for Shakur to exploit. Shakur stops reacting and starts orchestrating. He draws punches he has already planned to avoid. He forces resets. Small mistakes accumulate. Timo's hands drop for a fraction of a second too long. His feet hesitate for a fraction too long. Frustration leaks into urgency. Not wild swings, but subtle overreaches. Elite ring intelligence becomes suffocating. Shakur doesn't overwhelm with power. He overwhelms with control. The fight transitions from competitive to structured, and structure always favors the man who lives within it.
Two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete in the sweet science.
The psychological toll starts becoming visible. Teofimo begins asking himself questions between breaths. Why can't I line him up? Why does he always anticipate my next step? Shakur, meanwhile, is calculating. How much pressure can I absorb before his energy fades? How much risk is worth taking? Ring IQ versus raw volatility. IQ doesn't panic and it doesn't waste energy. Every clean shot is a reminder. Courage alone isn't enough at this level.
There's a body shot from Taylor. Lopez. We're going to come through the front door. He does so with a two-punch combination. Taylor looking to deliver on the inside. Left hook came in from Lopez. Good exchange.
By round 4, the breaking point emerges. Timo searches for the equalizer. The punch that resets everything. Urgency makes him dangerous, but it also makes him predictable. Shakur waits. He doesn't chase or overcommit. He measures timing, lets Timo commit, then land a counter. It is not flashy, but it is precise and devastating. Timo stumbles not just from impact, but from the realization that the opening he gambled on never existed. From there, Shakur imposes measure control. Punches land with intent, not emotion. He closes the distance when necessary and makes Teofimo restart exchanges repeatedly. The referee becomes more attentive. Every step, every snap, every shift is methodical chaos, can entertain, but control conquers.